Do you have any suggestions to the upcoming innovation leaders who would be like heading R&D team like you're doing with a lot of diverse resources and working in a very crucial environment or timelines? So do you have any suggestions or recommendations for these kind of leaders?
Good question. So I generally don't give advice to anyone. See, principally, leadership or leadership styles or leadership qualities, they are not born. Or we each and every people are just evolving of themselves based on experiences, right? If you have a right mindset, if you have a right attitude, so number one is try to learn from your seniors.
Right.
You know, while you're going to, like, first of all, you have to learn from your parents the right values,
Right.
ethics, discipline, the hard work, the sacrifice they made.
Right.
So the learning comes from there, right? So learn from your seniors, number one, from your parents. If you have done that, you know, then as you're stepping into the corporate world or in the professional life, you know, you look for some great leaders. You're good for look for some great colleagues.
Great.
You know, observe them. You know, so they might do a mistake. You know, and you can learn from them. They might be a fantastic people in terms of leadership skills, which you can learn from them.
Okay.
Right. So that is a strategy which I have adapted, and I have my own leadership style.
Okay.
And I've put into the test ground also. It has worked for me. You know, yes, of course, I do read a lot of books.
Okay.
You know, but then it's more of. I'll tell you one example. Back in JCB, I used to have one colleague. We used to have a book reading session daily, every Friday morning, and we used to take some leadership topic and we read. And we take a chapter. One guy has to read a day before. He will come and explain to other people like that. So years passed on. Almost a couple of years I've done, and this guy, one of my ex-colleague, he left the company and went and joined GE. So there, he was going through some leadership training, and he was saying that, Mr. Prasad, you know, and in fact he called me. He said, like, whatever we have learned, or I have learned over there, or the style which you have reflected during your tenure, I'm seeing everything in the course here, which means the so-called individual is pretty much keen in observing what you are doing.
Right.
So you have to be a benchmark to other people.
Right.
As a leader, when you come to the leadership role, people are looking at you. Right? Your wrong leadership will cost many people's life.
Right.
In terms of, if they learn your wrong things, then he becomes a leader. Then I really feel sorry for the team.
This cyclic effect
Right.
can escalate to an extent that.
Right. See, I reflect. I'm currently working with the great leaders. In fact, I nourish with them, and you know, few mistakes they do it. Maybe my interpretation of that could be wrong. But I have to see from his perspective, because he is at a different leadership level.
Right.
Maybe from his side it's right.
Right.
So all this analysis you have to do it. But try to be a role model, and so that people are looking at you, eyes are watching you, and I'm pretty much sure that you'll inspire someone as you got inspired by someone else.
That's great philosophy.
Yes. And a person like Prasad can able to come to this level. I'm pretty much sure that, you know, everyone can come to this level. You know, that is. I'm not a kind of a guy who has finished a PhDs, you know, with a premium colleges like that. But then I have evolved over a period of time with a right mindset. So I started my career, as I was saying, about in a small company where one day I have to take components, you know, I have to deliver to the customer and see that how the learning takes place. You know? I have to take the components, deliver the assembly to my client, Tata Motors. So I hardly have 2 days left out to complete the assembly. And one of the critical things is you have some bearing housing assembly for Tata Sumo, and you take that component and you know, going for CNC turning, and then coming over to a supplier number 2, do a grinding and everything. So one of the places we have to do a honing operation. Honing operation is meeting some close diametrical tolerance. So I have to take it from my company to a supplier, to a vendor, which is like close to 18 kilometers away.
Okay.
So, and all you have is only a bicycle to take it.
Okay.
Once again, to the same bicycle story.
Okay.
So those days, even nowadays, I would say, those days the roads are not clean, and it's a monsoon time where I reached to a point where it's hardly 800 meters from the place where that shop is there, and I see the entire road. The road is full of big stones. They're trying to lay the roads, but they kept the stones and left out. So it is 100% sure that you cannot drive your cycle over there. And adding to that, there is a lot of rain. Water accumulations and everything. So you have to go there, and there is no other choice. I have to go. So I took my cycle, went over there, and one spot where I found that there was a drainage overflowing, and sadly, state of India is still the same, in some places.
Okay.
So I was just keeping my fingers crossed. You know what? I should not fall here. If I fall down, then I'm done. And life always treats you in a different way. The moment when you think about good things will not happen, but these things. So I tripped.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
So I had a wooden box behind my carrier, and all the components spreads.
Oh my God.
So
Okay.
now it's like I look at forward, backward. There's no one there. You're the only guy standing, in the rain, and who will come and take it, right? So hands. Literally, it was a drainage water mixing there, and I literally have to use my hands to pick up the components, and of course went to the vendor and told him I washed it over there, and asked him to do it. Why I'm saying that story is, if a task is there for you, go to an extreme extent to complete it. Don't shy away. I had a choice that just leave it and come. Right? You can say that it got lost, so go and make another component.
Correct.
But that's not a thing. I have a goal to be finished, so go and get it. So I don't mind. Today my hands are clean. Those days my hands are dirty.
Right.
So take a challenge. The life is all about risk.
Correct. Correct.
Take it as a challenge. Move forward. Go to the last mile. Maybe success lies over there.
Okay.
Do not give up. So I'd like to end my entire session with that. Have a hope, have a faith, and hard work. Please do that. Have a right mindset, right attitude. Keep learning, because that's one. It's going to take you to the
Next level.
To compete with everyone we have. Thank you.
Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to share it with the people who need it the most, so that they can build their business and aspirations around their inventions. Keep innovating and keep earning tremendously. Thank you.